the result of fallout coating the skies, releasing toxic downfall into the land below. Other than the constant battering of rain against the corroding surface, the only sound vibrating throughout the desolate streets is the steady walk of a single man, with the splash of a puddle, makes his way into a building with the same face of those neighboring it. Of course, like the rest of the city, the various items lining the shelves are all but defective. The foretold journey into this land filled with spoils for his kind would surely bring in a bountiful inventory, he so thought. The junker, a profession, or a more fitting description, one of the few ways for survival, scavenges whatever he can find in the sarcophagus of a town. A man with no attachment to life, a man whose name is covered by his title. The path of life he follows, between the ceaseless drops of lethal water, savage robots or other junkers. Simply living day to day is enough of a challenge. The time all of humanity has, is as fragile as it comes. With just a single misstep, everything they have built in life gets reduced to zero. Getting to enjoy that time is sparse, often allocated to brief moments of drowning in alcohol or choking on tobacco. Doing what it takes to survive is all he has known. What it's like to love, play, and enjoy oneself are all but foreign concepts to him. Making his way deeper within the building, reached a door that would change this one man's fate. Going against all he has known, creeping his way into the unknown. Unforeseen rays of light flooded his eyes. It was not gunfire, the release of tear gas, nor a planted explosive, but a flick of a light, accompanied by a voice of welcome. Instinctually his guard was up, but was broken by the bright, almost angelic voice once again ringing in his head. As rationality took over, the perplexing situation left him frozen, yet still erring on the side of caution. Standing before him was a cheerful robot, Hoshi no Yumemi, announcing him to be the 2,500,000th customer of a now deserted planetarium. With a baffling scenario in front of him, he acquiesced in the robot's introduction. Before he knew it, listening quietly to the presentation, it was here that a fragment of the world that was once lost made it in the heart of a lone wolf. Unfortunately, due to the 30 years of neglected maintenance, the curtains of the show could only open midway. The projector's many faulty parts left it inoperable, leaving the optimistic Hoshi no Yumemi in wait for repairs. However, the staff no longer remained. No maintenance crew, no engineers, no custodians, and no customers to be disappointed with the news. Unbeknownst to the machine with no knowledge of the changed world of 30 years, no one was coming. But even still, whether it was out of will or programming, this wouldn't leave even a small dent in the robot's armor of sanguinity. Just sitting down, listening to the uncertainty of the Planetarian, the comfort that enveloped Junker was a feeling he hadn't felt in a very long time, nodding off while reminiscing of the solemn state of the world. Upon awakening and realizing no point in his stay, the Junker went on to continue his ever-long scavenge for survival. While making his way out the door, the voice of Yumemi stopped him, resulting in excuses to stay just a little longer. Taking it upon himself to be the one to fix the projector, and doing so, with Yumemi by his side, covered many topics of discussion. While at times irritating, the casual bond between someone else was an all-new experience. Her unrelenting pursuit of conversation willed this feeling unknown to him, getting slightly agitated, needlessly chatting, becoming involved in mundane tasks. Everything he never got to experience due to the world he grew up in were becoming unforgettable experiences that ingrained into his very soul. As the sea of time weathered his guard, he found himself ever so attached to this mechanical being. Without noticing, this mere break of his usual life had become a genuine haven for him. Finally, after years of hardship, being able to enjoy the frivolous yet joyful experiences of the lost humankind. Experiences that are seen as boring or uneventful, but with his relationship with Yumemi, conveys not to take these most common of everyday life experiences, for granted, as one day, if they were to ever run out, the frivolous role they play in your life may one day be something you yearn to experience once again. In days which felt like hours, the repairs were complete, in time for the long-awaited presentation that the long-lost staff had put all their hard work into, and the presentation that the dear Yumemi desperately wanted to present. With the dimming of the lights and the start of the projector, various celestial bodies' radiance gleamed on the dome ceiling. A prose of omnipotence echoed throughout the room, dancing within her own reverie. Tranced by the projection, sucked into the blinding hopefulness of the stars, the world he had been accustomed to had now become ever slightly foreign. The tales of mankind's accomplishments, letting known of a future that continuously reaches for the stars, far at a hand of humanity's current reach, but within their footsteps was a gift to be handed down throughout generations. No matter the struggles or strife that has happened to humankind, the path they have walked may have been full of despair, fear, and hopelessness, but not once did they give in. When there wasn't any light to guide them, looked at the small beams of light, telling them to continue on their path, putting together all their effort to make it even slightly closer to the stars. Not just collectively, but individually, looking for that meaning to continue living, makes even the cruelest parts of the world just a small obstacle to be triumphed. Slowly, the gleaming hope radiating from the night sky begins to die out, absorbed and converted into aspiration by its would-be audience. With this simple display of the cosmos, the Junker's impenetrable wall bared another crack, fueling humanity's hopes through these artificial rays of light. Inside this world draped in frigid melancholy, the small show sparked warmth, a feeling of comfort the man has yet to feel hitherto. A moment in time, oh so transient, had made an experience worth a lifetime. Deep within him welled an invigorated spirit, but with his mission complete and the dwindling of his already low stock of rations, staying wasn't an option. He would need to venture forth in order to survive. Closing in on the exit of the planetarium, flutters of regret intruded his thoughts. There was no chance of survival residing within this void. Moving forward, there's no doubt he will secure a future. But what about her? For the first time in years, the well-being of something other than himself influenced his decision-making. These fleeting moments spent here may have been barely a fraction of his lifetime, but the memories, lessons, and purpose made these profound days last indefinitely. Yet, standing there for the end of time, all alone, would be the one who gave him all of this. So, in spite of the dangers and uncertainty it would bring, he brought her along. A journey of unpredictable nature had wrought many turns. Through the many hardships, the result was triumph. As a result, finding an all-new path to turn to. Step by step, he ingrained his journey into the world, alongside the memories and emotion bequeathed upon him. He no longer fell under the title of Junker, but with a new way to live, acquired an all-new purpose, becoming a man of the stars. Trudging through the snow, one step at a time, in the deepest part of his heart, he was there, carrying her legacy. Lie deep within the snow prince once trudged, is the hope to pass on a legacy of his own. This might be a little late, but happy holidays and a happy new year to you all. I've been wanting to work on a Planetarian video for a while now, and finally settled on a thematic analysis. This is one visual novel that had me stumped on what exactly moved me so much upon my first read of it. But through watching its anime and reading it once again, I've stumbled upon that it was its message this entire time. Hopefully I can convey even a little bit of that through this video. But other than that, this year has been amazing to create and be able to communicate with all of you in the comments, and I'm grateful for you for giving my videos a chance. Here's hope to another great year. And like always, thanks for watching. Later.